We have to talk really quickly about the NFL's new rules. I would assume we haven't spoken, PFT, about this, but I would assume you're in favor, because how could you not be? Because it would be 6 games on Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple of thoughts that I have. I'm technically in favor of this because it's more football, and more football equals better. I'm also in favor of this because if you go back, like if you have that extra game on Wild Card Weekend for each conference, I feel like this is a big bat signal that they're sending up to get Jeff Fisher back into the league. Like this 8-8 playoff team that could make some noise. If you're looking for a coach to capitalize on that, it's almost tailor-made for Coach Fisher to get back in the league. So I like it for those reasons. The reason I don't like it is because I'm really good at thinking in my head of what the possible records could be when I see the schedule come out. And I'm like, oh, that team can go 9-7. Oh, that team can go 8-8. But when you add in the extra game, now I have to learn another possible outcome to the season. Oh, this team has a strong chance to go 12-5. And that sounds weird to me.
That does sound weird. So Warren Sharp put it together. In the last 10 years, we would have had 5 10-win teams, 9 9-win teams, and 6 8-win teams. So if your argument is we'll have really, really bad teams, that's actually not really the case because it doesn't look like we'd have many below 500 teams. The other part that he threw out there, which was just an unnecessary shot that really hurt my feelings, in this, like if we had this entire setup, Mark Trestman never would have been an NFL head coach because Lovie Smith was fired when the Bears were 10-6. Lovie Smith would have been the only third time in Bears history that the Bears had gone to the playoffs 3 times in a row. So he wouldn't have been fired. So now we're playing like revisionist history that's fucking my whole head up. Here's my thing, PFT, and I've been thinking about this. I have the perfect NFL schedule. I don't think they're going to do it, but this is what I would like a perfect NFL schedule to look like. 17 games. So what they're doing now is they're taking away some of the preseason games, right? So it's really not going to – yeah, so it's not going to go that much longer. So what I want is 17 games, 19 weeks, 2 byes, and you stretch it out so that the playoffs start in mid-January and Super Bowl Sunday is now President's Day weekend.
Boom.
So you get the Monday off. Boom. We've solved that. Now here's where it comes – here's where a little wrinkle comes in. I think you could do one, because what people will say with 2 byes, you're going to have a lot of weeks where like the schedule's all fucked up and good teams aren't playing. Stick with the 1 rotating bye. So exactly how it is right now. Christmas week. There's college bowls all Christmas week. Just eliminate that week on the schedule of NFL football because you can watch bowl games. There's NBA Christmas. And it will force you to spend more time with your family and be like, I miss NFL football. Then it comes back the following week. And also you look like this is also a win for NFL where they can say, we give the players Christmas week off. Like how great are we? So huge PR win. They come back. They finish the season maybe with 3 or 4 weeks going from, New Year's to the middle of January. Boom, you solved every problem. I think that's the perfect schedule.
Okay, that's not bad. I don't hate that at all, giving the players Christmas off. I think the NHL does that with Halloween, right? They give the players off Halloween so they can go trick-or-treating with the kids.
The NHL also does a handshake moratorium on trades during Christmas week.
Yeah, there you go. It's all about family. I don't mind that at all. I think it could be a pain in the ass for a coach to get fired the second week of January because then they have to go back and do taxes and be like, oh, I technically earned like $125,000 during this year, and that makes it just it muddies the water as far as income tax season comes along. But I don't mind that. I like the 2-bye idea. 17 weeks just seems, I don't know, 17 seems like a weird number. It absolutely feels like it's just a bridge to get to 18 games. I feel like that's the finish line. It's going to be 18 games. No one's going to want a 17-game season. It's just too weird to say the number 17.
And if there is 18, then my 2-bye makes even more sense because you can't do 18 games and have only 1 bye. That makes no sense. Now, the other part that I would
maybe expand the rosters.
Yeah, there you go. Expand the rosters. If there are 17 weeks, what I would want them to do as well is make a cross-conference like guaranteed game every year. The Giants and the Jets should play each other every single year. Like I don't know, maybe you do the Chiefs and the Packers, Super Bowl I. Like there are certain rivalries that you could create out of this extra week that you play every single year, and I think people would really like. The Colts and the Bears should play each other. They're 2.5 hours away from each other. Like there's all these different teams that could play each other. The Ravens and the Redskins. Like there are, I think if they did that, that's an easier sell for the fans where they're like, holy shit, we get this cross-conference rivalry that's pretty fucking cool. And then every 4 years, you play the team twice, which is even more fun.
Yeah,
Steelers and the Eagles. Yeah.
Our Steelers Patriots, you make sure that you get that game but you're talking about like cross-conference rivalries.
Conference, yeah. Steelers Eagles play every year.
If there are two Mannings in the league, brothers should always have to play a game against each other. Yeah. J.J. Watt should play a game against T.J. Watt and Derek Watt. Actually, here's an idea. If you're going to be adding in extra playoff teams and kind of watering down what it means to make the playoffs, why don't you have the first game on Saturday be two wild card teams? They play each other, and then the winner has to play again that night.
It's like
or the next day.
It's like early MMA where you're fighting in a tournament.
Yeah, just last team standing, purely last team standing. I do like how Warren made sure to like twist that knife in you a little bit, letting you know that this is like Skynet if it had been developed like 10 years too late. Instead of saving the Earth, you ended up with Mark Trestman.
Yeah, so that was a nice twist of the knife. But I like the idea. I think this all, obviously, if the players agree to this, because it's all coming up with the new CBA, if I were a player sitting there and I saw 17 weeks, all I would say is, well, we better be able to smoke weed now. Because that really is all it is. Like, we'll play an extra game, we get to smoke weed, and none of this bullshit that, like, the league tests for it. Because that's, and, you know, like, and obviously less preseason games would make sense as well, which kind of has a weird effect because I think you'll have guys having less of a chance to obviously make teams. I don't know. Though I'm down for more football. I think they just need to think about it more. There should be more practice in the preseason, all that stuff. But either way, football's buzzing again. Way to get back in the news cycle. Took Rob Manfred out.